All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Afternoon Coffee. Yes, I had a different intro this time. And hello, Thomas Potts. Good afternoon, Dave G. Sound. Hello, Eldridge Lord Haster. How are you today? Saw nothing was on. I thought, what the heck, I'd stream. I missed Cinnabon's stream by a little bit, so I thought, what the heck, I'll just come on and hey, Carlo, how are you? Hope everyone as well as can be. Yes, so do I. And thank you. That was thanks to Loki's Mornings of Mischief for that intro. That was one I asked him with to help me with making, and so I was. We were in a meeting, and we kind of made it together. The intro, that is. And I said I wanted a coffee themed, kind of a jazz sound, and so that's exactly what I got. So anyhow, I just decided, like I said, have a little stream real quick. Just having some coffee right now. I know that's a shock to everybody. Me having coffee. But let's see here. So we've got a few people in the chat. If anybody wants to come on the panel, that'd be fine. I don't know when Bert is going live, so. And yes, there's coffee in that nebula. Fine. I'll play that clip in a little bit. Let's see here now. I probably ought to send out the stream real quick. Share it out. Since I haven't done it yet. See what's going on. There we go. Pin the message. Well, I'm there anyhow. What's new with the world? I don't know. What is new with the world now? Kind of I've been kind of keeping. I need to start watching some stuff. And Dave said, I just made tea, but I installed an oven, so that might install an oven. So that's a pass, right? Okay. And we've got Eagle Rider joining us.
I just thought I'd stop and see what you're doing and how you're feeling.
I'm feeling okay, actually.
Okay. I'm down in Iowa City. I was just visiting with somebody.
Cool.
Went and saw Chris with Steve this weekend over in Kansas City, so.
That's cool.
And then we decided to go ahead and go down and check out some of the lakes and stuff around the Upper Ozarks area.
Well, you probably drove right past me, so hey, that's cool.
Probably. Steve always picks a place out in Independence area. He doesn't like being in the main city area.
Well, no. I don't blame him for that.
And I would agree with it. So, I mean,
it's Independence, Lee Summit, that area is a nice area to stay.
Lee Summit is nice because you're right there with all of the nature stuff, all of the lakes, all the pretty.
Yeah.
You're not in the city proper. You're near the city.
Correct. You've got all the conveniences of the city without having every issue with the city.
Still too many people, but hey, I think there's too many people almost everywhere.
True.
No, I mean, I go hang out with Netcat quite a bit. So. A and a half ago that we actually half hour apart. So. It made it easier.
Anything that's easier is better.
I have been trying to sort, organize, go through, and prepare to sell a bunch of my projects I've been writing since I was a kid. So I'm trying to, only organize 25, nearly 30 years of songs and poems and short stories and stuff. Nothing big there, right?
No, nothing at all. That's, that's a quick weekend's worth of work. Uh-huh.
I'm trying to find a website that doesn't have 5 billion censorship rules because censoring poetry is dumb as fuck.
I would agree.
The whole purpose of poetry is to express the emotions that we find hard to express in regular speech. Mm-hmm. So having censored poetry is like having a heavy metal radio that won't play guitars or drums.
Yeah.
What's your point? Yeah,
I can understand if you're using certain words that you can't use on YouTube.
I can understand to a degree, but having content warnings is one thing. Having you can't post it at all is another, especially considering that it's a common expression type for survivors and people who've been through horrific crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just seems crazy to me that you go to these websites and it's like they say nothing that can be considered obscene, hateful, or mean. It's like, oh, congratulations, you just banned 99% of every poet in history.
Yep.
Forget about Maya Angelou because her stuff was about growing up as a child going through molestation. Forget about Oscar Wilde and dealing with his sexuality. Forget about Shakespeare and dealing with suicide and death and hate crimes. Forget about all of it, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, it doesn't work, people. It just doesn't work. And so it cracks me up in a way because it just, to me, tells me that our society has lost its way so much. Because as open and permissible and crass as we claim society is, in a lot of ways, we are becoming ultra puritanical on both sides.
Correct.
And everything's censorship and everything's don't say this, don't say that. You're going to offend somebody on this side. You're going to offend somebody on this side. It's like, maybe I want to offend you. What if that was my goal?
Well, the problem is everything is like, well, something could offend somebody. Something could offend somebody.
Yeah, when you start saying nothing that is considered hateful, offensive, or crass, it's like, congratulations, by using such open-edged terms that are very subjective, you've basically said you can ban anything at any time for any reason.
Yep. Exactly.
And it's like, no. That's not how you do things.
Yep. And I like what Carlos says. Best thing about technology is that if you're offended by anything, you can turn it off.
So I've gone through about 60, 70 different apps looking for one that I can at least share to while I get a website built so I can actually post things. And I found one, and I'm going to have to check the name again later. All of them, I kept going through these, and all of them say the same thing. You can't say this, you can't say that. Some of them say you can't even say things that can be considered blasphemous. You can't even be anti-religion on some.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. And then I found one, and I opened up their terms of service, and it says that we do not welcome or allow anyone under 18. If you use this app, you will be exposed to. It starts listing all the hateful stuff other sites tell you not to share. It's like, oh, I think I found an app for me. It's like, if they're not even saying we allow it, they're saying you will be exposed to it. Deal with it.
Yep.
I was like, I'm good. I'm there now, you know?
And do they not believe that we learn through our differences and conversations? That's the thing. No, they don't think that. They think we all have to agree on everything rather than discussing our differences and seeing where we agree on everything.
And the thing is with me, the reasons I got into poetry were a few things. I started in poetry. My first poem I wrote for my cousin when she died. In the car on the way between the funeral and the cemetery. That's not going to be a light topic anyways.
No.
And most of my poetry over the years has been expressing dealing with the dark side of humanity, social, political, spiritual ponderies, the crap that my ex put me through, the stuff I've seen people put through in my inner city work and stuff. This is not stuff you can censor. And it's people's stories that deserve to be heard. You know?
I agree. And hello, Sci-Fi Nation. How are you?
Hi, SciFi. Hi, Dave G. Hi, Carlos. Don't mind too much. I can only look at the chat when I'm actually stopped, obvious reasons. I'm not going to drive around looking at it.
No.
I'm not that kind of driver. I hate those drivers. I mean,
I don't understand those kind of drivers, quite honestly. If you're that busy, pull over.
Yeah, I've got some smart ass comments to that about some of the people I know, but I'll be nice.
I mean, I've seen a few people driving with they were behind the wheel and they obviously were moving their hand. It's like, wait a minute, you got your phone in one hand, you're typing with the other hand. How are you steering the car? And you're moving.
That's an urbanite thing. It really is. And when I say that, that's not even meant to be malicious or insulting or anything. There's this thing with the urbanite, though. When you're in the city, you get more and more in tune with this whole push and shove culture.
And that's one thing I don't miss. And as far as being out is the push and shove culture.
Mm-hmm.
And hello, Words and Pictures. How are you today?
So I've been working on more drawings again. I haven't been able to do almost anything on any project of mine in almost a year because of all the stuff that was going on with my family last year, losing my uncle, and then I barely got home. I was injured and then lost dad. And then I've been taking care of mom. I mean, I haven't been home hardly. I've been home for a few weeks now. And I haven't done anything hardly or been home hardly in a year.
Wow.
So right now I'm like playing like super catch up and trying to get my house in order and trying to get my life in order and trying to make sense out of all my art that's been kind of collecting all over the house for the last decade. And, it's going to be very interesting the next few years because Steve is going back to college
Ah,
to get a master's in applied technology for robotics and AI work. Yeah, he's going to be designing AI technology to help operate anything from airplanes to nuclear plants and stuff like that. Yeah. God, that voice
Kapla
is hard for me. I mean,
Hello, world. It's Proto Prey 5. Kapla.
but sweetie.
Hey, Rosetta. How you doing, Captain? Long
Hey,
time
Bird.
no see.
When are you going live?
Oh, it's 4 o'clock. Oh, 50 minutes. Honestly, I didn't think it was that close. I thought we had a couple hours, but I guess about 50 minutes.
Cool.
How are you? How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm sorry, Rosetta. I heard you talking about as your husband going back to school.
Yeah. And he has to work
Congratulations.
full time while he's at it. And he can get a grant from his workplace to cover the education for his master's degree, but in order to get the grant and keep it, he has to maintain a solid A.
Sounds like a pretty smart guy.
So I'm not going to have as much time with him over the next few years. But we've come up with schedules, we've come up with plans, we're just working on getting the house in order to do it. So
You'll manage it.
yeah, we're both too stubborn and bullheaded not to.
Oh, absolutely. And let's see here what SciFi has to say. What's going on, SciFi?
Good morning, everybody. How's everyone?
Doing good. How are you?
Well, it's afternoon technically, but hey.
Yep.
Good morning, Captain. Good morning, Bird of Prey. Good morning, Rosetta.
Hello, Sci-Fi.
And good morning, afternoon to the chat. How y'all doing? I'm still in morning mode. I just finished a new thing I'm doing on my channel. So
Cool.
I have been out doing photos and hikes and visiting with people and doing stuff since about 6 a.m. I'm not in morning mode.
Oh, I've been up since 6 a.m. But because of my stream, I am.
Oh, morning, like in the
Today.
opposite of night.
Yes.
I thought you meant you were mourning, like over the loss of someone.
No,
I
no.
was like, oh, it didn't seem like you were mourning. You were playing Star Trek Online.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yes, because that's the morning edition of Let's Play STO, right? I'm doing that for like a morning audience, and then I'm doing the evening edition of the same game, but I made a different character for both of them. So if you can't make the evening show, there's the morning show.
Ah, cool.
I mean, yes, granted, they're going to be following the same storylines. So if you catch one, you might see the same thing on the morning show, but don't despair because they're started out on the same path. They're the same what they call temporal agents, and I'm going to be doing them once I get out of the tutorials with them. They'll be playing the same things. So if you can't make the evening show, watch the morning and vice versa. You're going to see the same missions, just two different characters. They're brothers of each other. So
Okay, that's cool. That way,
Sounds
if you miss one stream, you can always catch the other. Right? That's good.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Is it sort of like a double play of the same thing? Yeah, but it's at least it's two different characters, right? So
True. You probably have slightly different experiences watching each one because you've got a different crowd in there.
with that, and they have different specialties. One's tactical and one's an engineer. And
Did I hear a rooster?
yeah, what was that? I'm in an apartment on the second floor. I didn't hear no kind of animals.
My mic was muted.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear nothing, Captain.
I have no
swear.
idea. You're in an apartment, Sci-Fi. I feel sorry for your neighbor's ears.
No, I feel sorry for mine because he has every crackhead and meth head in the damn neighborhood come up into this hallway. You should have heard some of my live streams the last few months. These motherfuckers out in the hallway. Oh my god. Sorry, didn't mean to cuss on your stream, Captain.
No problem. Sci-Fi.
Yeah,
It's not a
but we're already
problem.
complaining about censorship anyway, so.
Carlo says, I'm a night worker that has a problem knowing what time of day it is. And then on YouTube with multiple time zones, I have no idea if it's morning, middle of the night, or next week.
Well, hail Kuroga. That's why the great light and the healing arms of Kuroga will always embrace you, Carlo.
Absolutely. Hail Kuroga.
With multiple time zones, you're going to always have morning somewhere.
That's the beauty of YouTube.
Just not here.
I try to do a morning show and an evening show, so at least there's that. But hey, there's so many great content creators out there, you know. So
Oh, yeah.
And then there's lots of mediocre ones like me. I mean,
and then you get the crap versions of them, like me. Hey, how you doing? Just kidding. No, I'm not.
And
trying
when
to
are you going to be? When are you going to be streaming, Rosetta?
I should be soon. I'm going to be starting a show on another channel this Friday in the evening, which is going to be on Madness Comics with Pops. And other than that, I should be getting back into my streams more in a week or two here once I finish getting some stuff set up in the desk area made. Because my main desk area doesn't work while I'm working on the writing. The desk height and stuff doesn't work well for it, so I need another space while I'm working on this. But other than that, I'm just trying to get things in order here.
Well, that sounds good. Sounds like you've got some definite plans set up.
Meanwhile, I've been working on doing my artwork, which is always so fun and interesting. As I don't know why I've ended up doing naked cat girls with guns, but they do seem to be popular. I mean,
I can understand why there would be people that would find it popular. I can also understand why there would be people who wouldn't find it popular. So you're going to have more of a specialty audience there.
yeah, but geckos and furries tend to have a lot of money. I mean,
True.
I'm sorry. That's terrible. I know. I'm sorry. Oh, shame on me. I mean,
Why? For telling the truth?
it is truth. And again, I get into the arguments. Neko isn't furry, but the furries like them. So I'm still going to get their money in. Why do so many furries have so much money?
I don't know, but hey, as long as you're able to take advantage of it, and
I think it probably has a bit to do with my whole spirit animal being feline and trying to let go of inhibitions and the rowdy huntress and stuff. It's probably a self-expression thing, you know? But it's definitely different.
Cation Mel with the correct answer as to why furries have a lot of money. It's because they don't spend it on women.
No, it's because they do like DJ does, and they make you donate to them.
I mean, I actually do know a lot of people that are furries, and they're freaking rich bastards, all of them. It's like, what the fuck?
Let's see here.
It's not cheap being a furry. It's fursuits are expensive.
Yeah, just ask Deej how much that rainbow corn suit cost.
I mean, that's not a furry suit, just to be clear.
I'm just
Like
going
a
to
real
bite my tongue
furry.
and not ask Bird why he knows how much those outfits cost.
I've had to deal with furries before.
Thank you, Captain, for posting that.
Absolutely.
I just got access to that community tab, and I'm making the most out of it.
I definitely recommend doing that.
And I would also, Captain,
I need to do.
yes, absolutely. I know you have access to it. You got way more subs than I do. So, yes, make use of it. It helps.
I remember when I first got it, when they lowered it to 500, and it took till I got like 520 to actually be able to use it. But I started using it, and it's like, oh yes.
Yeah, see, I had 500 like 3 times. It took the 4th time reaching the 500 goal to stay over 500 because YouTube kept taking subs away. So it took like the 4th time reaching 500. So now I'm over 500, just barely, not even at 510. I'm holding steady at 507, which is awesome. But they gave it to me last night, and I said a very big thank you. I put a big thank you post on there, and I just put a poll up. So I'd like everybody, if you do watch my channel, go to that poll and tell me what you would like to see on it. Wow, big burp, huh, honey? Damn.
I was
don't know
going
if
to
they
say,
heard you,
there's
but
one thing to be said with how long I had to take time off. I have almost no hours watched on my entire channel. And so I'm only about like 40-ish subs away from the 1,000. I need hours badly. So if any of you can try to help me get them.
yes, absolutely. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You can get 500 subs all day long if you really put the work into it. The thing is, your next goal is 1,000 subs, but to get the monetization option, you have to have 4,000 watch hours.
Which I've had well over multiple times, but I keep losing them because of in and out for family and medical.
Right. And that goes on a 12-month basis. So the day you started, 12 months from that day, is when your hours are calculated. It's not from a set date from January 1st to December 31st. No, it's from the day you started until
and they roll off daily, whatever is beyond that year.
They do. They roll off daily.
Yeah, and so I lost almost everything because I haven't been home for most of the last year.
And Dave, you take care. Make that pizza. Keep listening.
But Mom is doing a lot better now. We've got most of her house in order. I am going to be going back a couple times over the next few months to help her rebuild a lot of her external of her house and her deck and ramp and stuff. But it's what it is. I got to do what I got to do. Family has to come first.
Well, see, Thomas, you said your goal was to get 0 subscribers and you failed. You didn't fail. You just...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made 10 fake accounts
succeeded.
just to get you some subs.
You succeeded more than you realized. So
there you go. Look at Chronos. We got Chronos to 100 subs. He doesn't even have a microphone. Come on.
Oh, he's got a microphone. He finally admitted to that.
Oh, he does have one. Okay.
He does. He has a microphone on his phone, on his tablet, one that he could use on his computer. So, yeah, he's got microphones. That's not a problem.
Right. He just prefers not to, which is fine. That's okay. He doesn't have
that's fine. That's fine. It's just, I don't have a microphone. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I think that the whole thing with
right?
The whole thing with Chronos was you can't get me to 100 subs. I said, yes, we will. Just put you on Bird will Prey 5's special list, or was it Salty Trekkers list? I don't know. People with 100 subs that get put on the list for the one website.
Well, it was funny because I started pushing it. Bert started pushing it. There were a few others that were pushing his thing, and all of a sudden he started getting some subs, and it's like, you deserve it, there, Chronos.
He does. After all the stuff he pulls in our chats, he is Chronos the Unbannable. That is
absolutely
his name. He is Chronos the Unbannable. He is all of our favorite troll, even though he's not technically a troll, but he's ours.
I don't know. I gotta put it as a toss-up between him and Fairhead.
No, Fairhead just likes to share not safe for work photos on Discord and in DMs.
Oh, he does that too, but I mean, my Discord, multiple groups I'm in, multiple groups I host, my channels I go to. He trolls me on all of them.
Well,
of
yeah,
course.
if you give him reason to, he will. Leave
no,
him alone, and he won't.
He's my buddy.
Well, Fairhead's cool. I got no problem with him.
I'm saying for me, it's kind of for trolling. It's a toss-up between them.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And sometimes Papa Cotton, because, Wookiee was always hilarious.
Oh, Wookiee Fever? Yeah.
Yeah, Wookiee Supremacy, then switched it to Papa Cotton when he cut ties with Star Wars completely.
Okay, that's who it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I kept hearing the name Papa Cotton. Okay, and I've seen it in chat. And then I heard somebody tell me something about Wookiee Supremacy changing his name, and I never was able to hear what it was. So then it's like, okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah, that's him. He's one of those, he will say almost anything just to make people argue, even if he doesn't agree with it. He's fun, though.
Boy, aren't you glad I'm not like that anymore?
I still am sometimes.
Sometimes?
No, actually, I'm not as aggressive as I used to be.
Sometimes. Well, sometimes it's not bad. I've seen you on Twitter though, and some of your posts are a little spicy, we'll say.
We just say, "Damn!
Holy shit!" She said, "What?"
I just am not good at censorship. If I have an opinion, I state it bluntly.
Which is the way it should be. I have no problem with that.
Oh, I have no problem with it. I'm just saying.
Every so often, you're looking at something going, she actually called that out and said that. Holy shit, right?
It's like, holy. I don't think I would have quite put it that way, but I can't disagree with it.
Right, exactly. I would have worded it differently, but yeah, I get the gist of what you're saying. She's not quite as diplomatic as some of us have learned to be over the years.
Exactly. She's definitely not.
You gotta also realize almost every other social media I'm on, my family knows and has access to. They don't go to my Twitter, so I can rant there like I can't around my family.
See, that's the difference. I'll be full-face blunt in front of my family, but when it comes to the other stuff, especially where my channel's concerned, yeah, I might tone it down just a little bit.
It's not worth the division and the fighting right now, especially trying to help my family deal with so many losses lately.
No, when it's always come to my family, I don't give two shits and an F when it comes to my family, okay? I'm going to say it how it is, point blank. They don't like it too bad. We're the same blood. We're supposed to be kin.
I understand that. I've been there, but right now I'm trying to take care of everybody, so I'm in a different place with that.
Join the club. That don't mean I ain't going to tell them how it is.
And as Thomas Pod says, Rosetta is master at dealing with Twitter morons.
She does, especially when it comes to people. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Rosetta, but people that talk about native peoples or people with certain medical conditions or people with different orientations, as we shall say.
Well, the thing that drives me crazy with all of that is I don't like either side on those arguments. I don't like the people who act like the bigots. I don't like people who call everybody bigots. And they act like an asshole and a bigot on either side, I just call it out.
Exactly.
It's like
you do
hardcore
realize that your statement,
anti-SJWs are as hard as SJWs, you know?
yeah. It's like you do realize your anti-bigoted statement is bigoted in and of itself.
Yeah, that's the thing, especially the SJW on that side, because they're always claiming that they're anti-bigotry while they attack people for being white or male or conservative or Christian or blah blah checklist. And I'm sitting there going, you're judging people for their labels while saying you're anti-bigotry.
Yep.
Or anti-label, and that's the thing. I've noticed this throughout years and years of observing human interactions. When one side is upset because the other side is saying this, that, or third, they wind up.
One sec.
All right. They wind up becoming the thing that they're upset at or about.
Yep. And Joker voice, what's going on?
Oh, hello. I just woke up, saw this lovely little thing, and said, maybe I can start some mischief here.
Well, you're too late. You got Bird of Prey and myself.
I gotta go, Cap.
Sorry.
No
Talk to you
problem.
guys
When are you
later.
going to be going on, Bird?
At 4 o'clock, a half hour.
About half
Half
hour.
hour. Okay, cool.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Talk to you
Kapla.
later, Bird.
Reply.
Hey, and I might be throwing out another, what do you call it, on Bird's stream, another donated membership. So, hey, check out Bird of
Cool.
Prey's stream for that. Yeah, Thomas Potts got the one I threw out on the last Bed Life. So.
And let's
Yeah.
see.
I
Well,
can't think of anybody more deserving than Thomas.
Well, I thought you could pick the people that get them. Apparently not. If you donate
Nope.
it, just pick somebody random. I did
It
not know
just
that.
picks them randomly, and
as I was saying, as I popped in, hearing you talk about the SJWs and really being what they hate, I never gave them too much credit for being self-aware.
I don't think both sides give each other enough credit for being self-aware,
This is true.
right?
You
Because you have people that are very aware on both sides, and then you have the extreme tinfoil hat fringes on both sides, which is what we
Right.
hear 98% from. We hear more from these extreme fringes than we
Right.
hear from the people that actually want to sit down and say, hey, how do we work this out? How do we solve this?
exactly.
Well, the reason we hear from the fringes more is they get the most attention. They're the most because they are the extreme. They are
no
the
one
ones.
screaming.
Yeah, they are the ones. They are the squeaky wheel, and it makes for good headlines.
And I thought you were talking about head for a minute. I was like, what?
I'm just saying, I'm not
I
saying
knew you would go there.
a little because you dip your if you dip your pen in crazy, it can be fun. I'm just saying, just don't do it often.
It can be fun, but you better wrap that shit in latex before she gets your paychecks. Hey, how you doing? Anyway.
The paychecks. I'm broke.
Never stop friend of the court. Anyway.
Mm.
This is true.
Anyway, before we get too far off topic.
And rails.
Rails. What rails?
Exactly.
Where we're going, we don't.
We don't need rails.
Rails. Yeah, and it just comes out. I experienced my first one on the Twit not too long ago. I was commenting on someone else's stream, and someone came in and they were like, "Just stop your effing lies," and going off on me, and I'm like, "Okay, let me look at this person's profile really quick." And it says, if you are not, or I'm sorry, if you are MAGA, anti-woke, white, and just a list that says, do not follow me. I'm like, no problem.
Right.
And of all things, we're talking about Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
now
I'm
here, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you a very basic, simple question. What's your
Well-
favorite Star Wars?
Empire Strikes Back.
Strikes Back. Okay. Now you're
Yep.
talking original, not remake, not recut from the director's floor with extra CGI put in. You're talking the original OG Empire Strikes Back, right?
I'm talking the one released in 1980. I saw when I was 9.
Yes, episode 2 or 3, whatever it was.
4.
4. No, that's
No, 5. Episode 5.
son of a no. There's only Star Wars.
No.
Star Wars, The
no.
Empire Strikes Back, and Star Wars. Whatever.
No. That is not.
The 3 original Star Wars from 1979.
That would be 77. I am a prequel fan as well, so I am prequel era. I am Clone Wars. I am Rebels. I am.
Okay, so you do like this, though. I can respect that you like those. That's okay. I like the prequels when they came out. I'm not gonna lie, I did like the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I will say about George, for all the great world building and characters, he's not very good with dialogue.
No, that's why he needed screenwriters.
Yes.
He like you said, he's a great character builder, a great world builder, but he doesn't know how to write the dialogue. That's why he needed screenwriters.
Right. So, of anything in the last few years, I mean, Mando was okay. I mean, Mando season 1 was actually really good. Mando season 2 kind of fell into a rut, but it was still miles better than the sequels, which that's a low bar to clear. The sequels were god awful.
To be fair, I haven't seen a lot of the new stuff on Disney. So
Mando season 1 is good. Mando season 1 is good.
Mm-hmm.
Mando season 2, like I said, it's okay. We have a place we need to get to by the end of the season. Let's go on a side quest. Let's go on another side quest. Let's go on another side quest. Let's go on.
Oh, so it's like playing a campaign on World of Warcraft. Oh,
Kind
let's
of.
go get so many fucking things for Quest Giver at point A and take them to Quest Giver at point B.
Now season 2 gave us live action Bo-Katan, which played by the gal who does the voice from the Clone Wars, that being Katie Sackhoff, was great.
Katie Sackhoff, yes, she also played
Starbuck, correct. Also gave us live action Ahsoka Tano, and I'm like, okay, I'm down, I'm good. And so Ahsoka is getting her own show, which really is going to be the pivotal show, in my opinion, because as I keep telling my friends who have their own little podcast and they talk Star Wars and they love Star Wars and they have literally become shills for Disney, but yet they say they don't like the sequels, and I'm like, well, if you don't like the sequels, because you know that's a dead end, that's where Star Wars goes to die. You want every project coming out to either push away from the sequel trilogy, push that into a what if timeline, or to completely decanonize.
Right. You either wanted to confirm it or say, nah, that never happened.
Right.
Who shot first?
Oh, Han.
Exactly. Han shot
What do
first,
you mean?
exactly.
What do you mean
No.
first? There was only one shot.
Right. Han shot, period.
Yeah, unless you look at the
Again, right. You know, and again, if you can find like an old VHS of A New Hope, you better hang on to that.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm glad that you said that, because you're absolutely right, Joker. Thank you for confirming that.
Yes. I mean, and as much as I am enjoying the House of the Dragon show, it falls under the same thing because this is a prequel to Game of Thrones and the dismal season 8. So if nothing happens in any of these episodes that kind of contradicts season 8, to kind of almost like, wait, that didn't though. So season 8 maybe didn't have.
I never
happen.
really watched Game of Thrones, so
It
I would
is-
have
I
no
never did
basis to go on with this. So.
Okay, if you like high fantasy, it's a great show to watch. Up the original Game of Thrones series up through season 6 was the greatest TV show ever.
Okay, so it's like watching, shall we say, The Expanse. If you get through season 1, you're good because it's a slow burn to start, and then it really gets going.
Yeah, Game of Thrones season 1, the 1 through 6 was amazing, absolutely amazing. Season 7, you could kind of see the cracks starting, and season 8 just went boom off the rails.
All right. No, I still want to watch Game of Thrones. I just don't have a personal time to watch it. Regardless of the fact that, yes, I'm a stay-at-home caregiver for my missus, but I also have a little one to take care of. I got a house to take care of. I got the YouTube channel. So, I get to shows when I can get to them. So,
Right.
Yeah,
Totally fine. Totally fine.
exactly.
But there was something in this last episode of House of the Dragon that kind of contradicts something that was done in season 8 of Game of Thrones. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So have they been taking notes from people like myself and Andre from Midnight's Edge, who have been saying, if your projects don't push whatever was universally accepted as bad into what if or decanonize that, there's no point in doing anything.
Right. So once you reach that point, unless you make that turning point something that the fans are going to love,
Right.
then what the hell's the point?
Right. Which is what I said, and which is I had a big deal. I had a big talk with folks who were loving the ObiWan show, and from the word, who took me a couple times. Okay, got it. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. The first time you ever, Stan Lee, the first time I ever watched The Expanse, especially the first season. See, I watched it when it first came out, and I was like,
Right.
oh, dude, I'm a sci-fi fan, but this is fucking boring. What the hell am I watching? And finally, season 2 and 3 came out. I'm like, this is better. Yeah. Get her done, right? So.
Right. So I was talking with some friends of mine about the ObiWan show, and I said it's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. And when I told them that this entire show was meant to do one thing, and they went to what, to be cool and entertaining. I said no.
Well,
This
cool
show-
and entertaining is fine as long as they don't play off the emotions of the fans that are already invested in the show that you're trying to play off of.
And fun and entertaining would be great, except it was neither. What that show was for was to legitimize Kathleen Kennedy's sequels.
Well, you realize she co-produced Back to the Future, right?
Because and then they asked how so, and then I said, okay, sequels. When The Force Awakens came out, when Han calls his son's name, what name does he say?
I can't even remember offhand. Don't even ask me that right now.
He said Ben.
Ben.
And that caused a big
big controversy. Is that old man Kenobi? Who is that?
Because why would Leia and Han name their son Ben when they have no real connection to Obi-Wan whatsoever? They could have.
No, the only one that did was Luke.
Right. So for this adventure in the Obi-Wan series, for him to go on his little adventures with Leia, when she first knows him, when they first meet, his name is, he calls himself Ben.
Ben, yes.
Now Leia has a reason to name her son Ben.
Right, because if you look at the original Star Wars movie, old Ben Kenobi.
Right. And then they will always go back to that one line in the detention center. I'm here. I've got your droids. I've got Ben.
Help me, ObiWan. You're my only hope.
Well, they go to that line in the detention center when Luke says, "I've got your droid. I've got Ben Kenobi will be here," and Leia goes, "Ben Kenobi," and I'm like, okay, and that means nothing.
That means dick squat because she doesn't even know who the hell Ben is.
Because, and again, but then I say, okay, now then why don't you fast forward? This is Kathleen Kennedy, and she wants to destroy Star Wars and reshape it in her own image. That's why.
Can I read that from Carlo, Captain?
Yes, you can.
Carlo Albanese says, "Isn't Ben just a good name? Why do they need a reason?" Like Uncle Ben's.
So you go about 5 minutes. You go about 5 minutes after the detentions level scene, where Vader strikes.
Yeah,
Kenobi,
you're inside the Death Star. Yeah, they're going down to the detention level. Yeah,
where Vader strikes Kenobi down.
Right.
Who's the only one who has any emotional response?
Luke.
Leia could have gave 2 fucks.
She didn't. She didn't give 2 shits and a fuck.
Right. So, soapbox off now.
Yeah.
No, that's
now
right,
is absolutely a good time to get off the soapbox because it's time to go on over to Bird of Prey 5 stream and tell him that he's late.
He's late. Late Prey 5 is gonna stream.
Well, it's been fun, Cap. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. It's always fun having you on, actually.
Oh, I know. Don't get me. You're gonna make a clown blush here.
But I do want to thank everybody for watching, and you all have a great day. Like I said, head on over to Bird Stream, tell Lato Prey 5 hello, and have a great day.
Thanks for having me on, Cap.